national flag, everything, symbolism. Human beings, we communicate a lot with the symbolism. Some symbol only works with some people or some group of people. Symbolism, power of symbolism. For the international audience, if you ever come to Bhutan, you will see lots of dick painted everywhere. And it's such an important symbolism for them. Actually, yes, let's meet again, maybe next time. We are going to talk about that dick. It's really, really important, by the way. We will have to sort of, do it in a sort of rated R only, kind of, like sort of 18 and above, kind of, It's a very important symbolism. Like that painting does something for a Gomchen. It does something for, I don't know, us, some villagers in Bhutan. Actually, I was just in a very remote village in Bhutan, east. And they were using this a lot. It's so fascinating, it's so good, so precious, so precious. And of course now, it's even becoming a souvenir thing. This is like, sometimes, our souvenir sellers, they don't seem to have some ideas. They're only selling that. One after another shop. Maybe when there's too much traffic of tourists, maybe it works. Maybe they should do something different, Symbolism. So let's talk about the symbolic Guru Rinpoche, okay? That's important for you to know. So, symbolic Guru Rinpoche, I think standard symbolic Guru Rinpoche, lotus born. We have stories, by the way, like Guru Rinpoche was found in a Dhanakosha lake. Dhanakosha lake is, I think, somewhere in Pakistan. I hope. Yeah. And lotus bone. Wow. Lotus bone. It's an amazing, amazing concept. It's not a, yes, you can read it as a myth. It's some, like a fairy tales, sure. But if you can read it like Pema Jungne in the context of, like Rangjung, which is a very, very important, very, very important concept in the Eastern philosophy. Rangjung, the word Rangjung is very much used by the Nyingma tradition. Or you could also use the word Khyentse, another beautiful word, which is mostly used by Kajuba tradition. Rangjung in Sanskrit, I think it's Swayambhu, right? And Khyentse is, in Sanskrit, it's Sahaja. It's so beautiful. It's taught by the great tradition of Kajuba tradition, Marpa, Milarepa, Telopa, Naropa. Basically, what I'm saying is, a glass of water is a glass of moisture, right? Glass of water is a glass of moisture. I have to say it because you can see the water, but you don't feel the moisture until I throw it at you. You understand? But moisture and the water is one. Really? No. Different. Really? No. One. Sahaja. Lenche. Just like that, an anger or a jealousy or any kinds of naughty thoughts you have. 1 kilo of naughty thought is 1 kilo of wisdom. That is what is taught by the Kajupa tradition. It's a beautiful. So how do you symbolize that? How do you represent that? How do we explain this? That's why, stories like, Guru Rinpoche is born from the lotus. That's the only way. Many of the parents, when you tell your kids all the fairy tales, once upon a time there was this and there was that, do you even believe? But it works for the kid, whatever is your motivation. Just like that, we have a lot of symbolism. So, we have, And by the way, I need to tell you this. I think many Bhutanists don't seem to realize. They are tradition, even within the Nyingma tradition, that lamas actually say that Guru Rinpoche is not born in the lotus. Guru Rinpoche was born just like us, father, mother, everything. Accept it. One is not wrong, other is not right. Symbolism, remember? Why do we make a big deal about symbolism? At the same time, we should, because it works. Symbolism. So, Guru Rinpoche, if Guru Rinpoche is alive, he would be holding a Pakistani passport, I guess. And then we Bhutanese will have a problem because our neighbors are not going to like us. Because Indians will think that we are praying to a Pakistani. That's not a good thing, right? And there's just so amazing stories of Guru Rinpoche. You should explore the stories about Kempa Jong. This is somewhere in Kutta. How Guru Rinpoche built these castles, and then he flew with this castle, all of that. And then Bumthang, Chikarate, fantastic. It's just, it's like Game of the Thrones 10 times, actually. It's just that we are at the moment not investing our attention to this. Chika, just that, the name alone is fascinating. Chika, dog mouth, rat, goat head. And they're very powerful, symbolic stories. And then us Bhutanese, we are particularly proud that Guru Rinpoche even had a wife or a consort or a girlfriend or a whatever, you understand, from nowhere else but Bhutan, in the name of Memotashi Chetan. By the way, some people even say that there's several. And we are very proud of that. That's how the symbolism works, which is good, fantastic. Actually, I have told some Kuttapas, they're building a temple, and I've told them they should build a statue of Memotashi Chiden. Little bit more symbolism, important for you. You know, Bhutanese, just generally human beings, Bhutanese have hard time staying out of trouble. You understand? Bhutanese is just by nature, which, by the way, I don't know, I find it a little bit sad myself, but I'm old-fashioned. I feel it is a little bit dwindling, but anyway, the Bhutanese are kind of wild, and so, okay, I'm making it very crude, so all the international audience don't also think so badly about Bhutanese. So for the Bhutanese is like this, just a crude Bhutanese, not the intellectual elite Bhutanese, okay? Just on this, in the village. You give them Shakyamuni and Guru Rinpoche. Who do you want? Most probably they will choose Guru Rinpoche. Why? Because you can marry. Stuff like that. Shakyamuni represents like behavior, that you have to be proper, you understand? Stuff like this. Now, as I speak this, it sounds a bit strange, but actually this is true. This is true. Do you know why? Because, we are talking about, we call it Tabdang Sherab. Skillful means. The very idea of skillful means, the very nature of the skillful means is that it has to speak the language of the problem. You understand? The solution, a tap, it has to speak the language. Like parents, when you talk to a baby, how do you say? When you say, come, why, na shosh. You can't do that. You have to downgrade, downgrade is maybe not the right word. You have to baby yourself, right? You have to sort of squeak your voice, and you have to sort of do all kinds of things to make the baby come to you. This is what we call skillful means. So Guru Rinpoche works for Bhutanese like us. It's a little bit, hard to stay out of trouble, have to do this, have to do that. But as I said, many times, remember I told you, keep remembering. The real Guru Rinpoche, symbol, big symbol, big symbol, then we get lost. So then you go to a small Bhutanese village and say, I bet you Guru Rinpoche lama, you jame chokpe wai. That's what they will say. We are Bhutan. We, the follower of Guru Rinpoche, we can drink alcohol. That's what they are saying. Yeah, they are getting lost with this. Actually, there was a question. About Why Guru Rinpoche? Guru Rinpoche, why if you smoke, you get fired from Guru Rinpoche sort of association? You understand? Yeah. It's a very interesting. You know, human habitual patterns, the way human beings think is not always logical. You know that. Like we all eat together, but we don't go to toilet together. Why not? Probably, we should all go to toilet together so that we can also have more fun there. You understand? Discuss things, you understand? But we don't do that. There's not much logic. The human emotions, human way of thinking doesn't have much logic. So, many times, skillful means also don't have much logic. It doesn't. The only logic it has is it has to address the issue. Remember? It has to address the issue. Like remember, adult going down, like you put yourself into baby's position to talk to a baby. Okay. I was going to take a break, but so let's do this a little bit and then we'll take a break. Okay, so 7-9 prayers. Just so that you know, just so that, because I know, many of you think, I know many of you may immediately interpret, Guru Rinpoche has all these girls always, like all this harem, so to speak. No, first of all, Kando. For some strange reason, Kando has now become something to do with the feminine, female, which is a little bit, it's not true though. Kando is neither male nor female. Ka, sky, do means walk or go. Sky, go or sky. So it can be both male and female, actually. But remember I told you? But I just want to tell you this because I want you to think that 7-line prayer is not just, asking this symbolic man who is surrounded by Dakinis, who comes from northwest. I don't want you to think like that only. You can think like that, but it's beyond that. So, so let's explain that based on the real Guru Rinpoche. Remember ultimate Guru Rinpoche? Ultimate Guru Rinpoche is what? Your mind, remember? Your mind is always surrounded by Kando. What Kando? Thoughts. Thoughts. Namto. Anger, jealousy, pride. And why are they Kando? Do you want to think about Paro now? Do it. It goes straight. Kando. You don't have to, like go inside a taxi and go to Paro and think about the Paro and come back. You can think about New York now. Instantly. You understand? So, Kando. And how many do you have? So many. Kordo, Kando, Mangpu Kor. You understand? So many. Every minute you have millions. So many. You are surrounded, you are rich with a harem of thoughts. So many. Just incredible. Cheji Jesu Dadubji. Well, literally it means I shall sort of emulate you, I shall follow you. But in the ultimate Guru Rinpoche sense, what does it mean? It means just simply having the highest level of mindfulness. That's what it is. That is what it is. Okay? Now, now let's talk a little bit more of Guru Rinpoche's manifestations, okay? This time I'm not doing the Guru Senje. I'm talking about the 12 Guru Rinpoche, not the 8 manifestation. I mean, not all 12. We have no time. I will choose some. I will choose the sort of corresponding to current affairs. Okay. But if you do the Sondep Sampal Lundrup, have you heard the word Sampal Lundrup? Such a beautiful prayer, Sampal Lundrup. Oh, let me explain you this. Sampal Lundrup, what does that mean? Sampa means wish, sort of. Wish. Lundrup. Wow, that is such a beautiful word, Sampal Lundrup. I don't know how to explain this properly, but let's try this one. Great Jigme Lingpa, he said, sometimes 100 things that you wish will never come true, but 1,000 things that you dare not wish will come true. You understand? That is a Sampal Lundrup. Many times you dare not wish things. You wish small things like, oh, I wish, I look like a Korean boy. You understand? That's so cheap. That's like, but you should really, your Sampa, your wish should really be the ruler of the world, universe, which, in other words, it is Jangchubjism. Manjur namki thadong nyambisem chentamje. I shall liberate all sentient beings. That's the kind of almost, you can, it's so, like you cannot dare to wish, right? You should wish that. Anyway, it's like this, right? The life, the Buddhists talk about how the life is impermanent, how life is uncertain. It should never be interpreted as something negative. It's impermanent. Tomorrow, maybe there will be a Ferrari right outside. Just, like that. If that's your wish. Getting stuck with one small wish, such as, I don't know, whatever, small wish, and then all these 1,000 things that you dare not wish, even though they are waiting for you to pick up. You are busy in the hair salon. You understand? You are busy in the salon. There's 1,000 things that are waiting for you. So, I'm going to do this a little bit.